Are you looking to make a real change to your personal health and well-being? Well, if so, by the end of this video, you will have simple tips to help you create a healthier lifestyle. Thank you for joining my channel. If you are new, please be sure to subscribe so that you can get more health and fitness tips like this video each week. Now, I have personally tried all types of tips to help me live a healthier lifestyle, and what I've learned through my health and fitness education is that these six simple tips will help you really be effective in creating a long-term lifestyle change. I want to hear from you. Let me know what are some of the ways that you incorporate a healthier lifestyle, or what are some simple tips that you incorporate into your daily life so that you can have a healthier lifestyle. Be sure to give me a comment below and let me know. So the very first tip before you begin anything is to figure out your why, and then from there you're going to create a goal. Now, why did I start here? A lot of times people understand their goal, or they know exactly what they want, but they really are not sure about the why of why they're trying to reach this goal. To give you an example, all the time people come up to me and they say, hey, I want to lose weight just because I want to look better, or I want to fit into a certain pair of jeans. But a lot of times those people who are trying to reach those goals are not often successful in creating this as a lifestyle, because once they reach those goals, they kind of fall off the wagon. So if you are looking to lose weight, which is perfectly fine, and if you are looking to get into those jeans, don't let that be your overall long-term goal. Now, if you say, hey, I want to lose weight so that I can live a healthier life for my family, or if I'm trying to get off blood pressure medicine, that is more of a sustainable goal, because you're planning to do this for a lifetime, and this is something that's going to not only affect you but your family as well. Having awareness of the reasons why you want to reach this goal is very, very important. The second tip that I always ask is, what's been stopping you before? So has it been your work schedule? If you're an entrepreneur and you work all the time, is it just you've been putting it off months after months and you really just haven't started? Or is it that you may need some assistance with your cooking habits? Figure out what's stopping you, what's causing you to procrastinate to actually begin. A lot of times, some people just do not want to put in the work, and you're going to have to adjust your mind. Healthy living is mental as well as it is physical with your eating and working out. Your mental state is very, very important, and so I'm going to give you some other tips to help you with that mental aspect, but you really want to make sure that you are figuring out what are the blockers, or what are the things that are hindering you from starting, and from there you're able to also be more proactive in actually living a healthier lifestyle. Now, the next few tips are some things that you can kind of do each day, daily. And the first one that I like to tell people is to drink at least 1 to 2 glasses of water before they leave the house, headed to work, or starting your work day at home. Whatever it is, you want to try to get at least 1 or 2 glasses of water a day before you start your day. It just helps with mental clarity. I know a lot of researchers have said that, or a lot of people mention that it helps with you to reduce your food intake, to cause you not to eat as much. For me personally, I think all of that has to do with your overall nutrition and not just drinking water. But I think that when you drink or incorporate water into your daily routine, you help flush the nutrients throughout your body, and that's one of the most important things. If you're drinking drinks all of the time, or sodas, or if you're drinking juices all the time but you're not getting the proper amount of water, which is half of your body weight, then you're not going to be able to flush the nutrients through your body. And then also it helps to lubricate your joints, and that is very important, especially if you're lifting weights as well. You want to make sure that your joints are lubricated to help prevent osteoporosis and different things. Now, speaking of osteoporosis, the next tip that I'm going to give you is to take a multivitamin. Now, this may sound cliche, but there are 40 nutrients that you should be getting into your daily diet, and the average person is not getting 40 nutrients. You want to incorporate a multivitamin that you can have daily to supplement or to make up for the nutrients that you're not getting in your food. The best source of getting nutrients comes from your food. But like I said, the average person is not doing that. So you want to research and find the best multivitamin for you. And the reason why I say research is because you want to consult with your doctor to make sure certain vitamins don't interfere with certain medicines that you may be on. Do the research, and once you've done that, incorporate a multivitamin. Now, to all of my African American women, I constantly push for you to get vitamin D. The best form is sunlight between the hours of 12 to 2. It helps with a lot of things like fatigue. It helps with endometriosis, fibroids. You can be eating the proper food, but sometimes your nutrients are not there, such as your iron levels are not as high. And if you can, go to a specialist who can test your levels, your vitamin D levels, your iron levels. There are doctors out there who will do that. So just put a little bit more effort into it so that you can create this healthy lifestyle long term. Now, the next tip, we talked about earlier that it's not just about what you eat and then exercising, but it's also about your mental health as well. You want to find time to de-stress. I recommend that at the beginning of your day and at the end of your day, you take about 5 to 10 minutes to really focus. Like if it's the beginning of your day, you want to take about 5 to 10 minutes to think about, okay, what's coming up? How can I make this day more productive? But really just setting your mindset for the day. And then at the end of the day, 5 to 10 minutes reflecting on your day, what went well, what didn't go well. And if all else fails, just take those 5 to 10 minutes just to take deep breaths. If you have an Apple Watch, you get notified quite often to breathe and to relieve stresses out of your body, because a lot of times you may have health issues that are related to just being stressed out. And so you want to make sure that you're trying to find some type of way to decompress. Some apps that I like to use is the Abide app or the Calm app. Both of those apps are very similar. I like the Abide app because it gives you scriptures that you can kind of meditate on, and then it also plays music for you as well. Same thing with the Calm app. Those are what we call guided meditations, and they just kind of walk you through ways to take deep breaths if you need more assistance with that as well. So these last tips have to do with your working out and your eating habits. So the next tip that we'll be discussing is picking out the time of day for you to work out. What times of the day work best for you? For me, I am not a morning person, and so it's a struggle for me to wake up at 5:30 in the morning to get a workout in. I have more energy at night, so I tend to work out at night. However, if my schedule is very busy, which is why you want to take the time out to think what works best for you. If my schedule is very, very busy, I have noticed that working out early in the morning, I usually don't have any distractions to come up. So this kind of goes back to my second point. What's causing you to procrastinate and start? And so for a lot of people, the waking up early in the morning, they just do not like to do that. But if you're really trying to see changes in your lifestyle, waking up early may be something that you may have to do, especially if you have a busy schedule. Remember, your workouts do not have to be a long full hour. It's just, you're gonna start wherever you can. So if it's 10 to 15 minutes, that's where you want to start. Now, if you work at home or if you're a stay-at-home mom, you may not be able to pick out, especially for stay-at-home moms, you may not be able to have a set time of day that you're going to work out. So if you can work out before the kids wake up, if you can work out while they're taking a nap, or if you can try to incorporate some way for your kids to work out with you, you just want to make sure that you're being consistent with them. Start off with just 10 to 15 minutes a day and try to form a habit, figure out what works best for your schedule. Also, for the entrepreneurs, the people who are really, really busy, when you have meetings, a lot of times you may have some meetings that just comes up randomly. And I suggest for you to incorporate working out early in the morning, even if you're not a morning person, because that way you'll be able to get your workouts in and be more consistent with your workouts. So pick a perfect time of day that works for your schedule. What works for me may not work for you. What works for somebody else may not work, but you want to just take time to think about, how can I incorporate about 10 to 15 minutes out of my day to take care of my body? Now, my last tip, I know you guys are going to absolutely love this tip. Do not deprive yourself of your favorite foods. Yes, I said, do not deprive yourself of your favorite foods. Deprivation causes people to binge eat. What do I mean by that? When you tell a person not to eat something, they go overboard. So I'll give you an example. With a child who is hyper and active, you may tell them to sit down, sit down, sit down, be quiet, and they may do it for a little while, but because their personality may just be an active personality, they're gonna get back up, they're gonna move, and they're not going to be consistent with just staying still. When you deprive yourself of foods that you love, you may do it for a little while, but after a while, you're gonna go back into it. And so do not deprive yourself from the foods that you love. We spend time with our family around food. Usually when we have meetings, we incorporate food. And so food is especially Southern food, is a big part of our daily lives in the South. And so you just wanna make sure that you are doing smaller portions of the favorite foods that you love. Now on the same end, you do not wanna binge and eat all of the food. You just want to take some of your favorite foods and portion it out and rationalize those foods. Now remember, I want to hear from you. Let me know what type of tips or what are some of the tips that you incorporate so that you can live a healthier life. Leave me a comment below. And I just want to say thank you guys so much for taking the time out to watch this video. If you thought that this video was helpful, be sure to give it a thumbs up and then also share with your friends and family so they can see the video as well. I'll see you all next time, and thanks so much for watching. Have a good day.